Hi, what's up guys? My name is Mr. Vinny, musician, tech entrepreneur, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Bevin Optimum Consult. This channel is dedicated to helping you get the right gadget for the right purpose at the right budget. Before you go on, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, be the first to get notified. You don't want to miss out on the content of this channel. So today the question is there anything like overcharging? As people say, you've overcharged your gadget and that's why your battery is draining faster than it used to. The answer is so today you want to know whether there's something like overcharging. That's the question we're asking. Is there anything like overcharging? No, there's nothing like overcharging. Now you know. Hooray, there's nothing like overcharging. So the first thing you want to know is that every battery contains a lithium that is responsible for charging, for recharging the battery. When it drains down, you can recharge it. So you have to make sure that brand is very important when it comes to choosing battery, because most of the brands will tell you it's 5,000, but in actual sense the battery is 2,000 or 3,000. Some will say it's 4,000, but actually it's 2,000. Some will say any amount that they will write on it, but actual battery strength is lesser than what they've written. Your battery doesn't overcharge when you put your charger in it and you leave it for so many hours. Why? Because most of these gadgets are very smart to the extent that when it gets to 100%, the charger stops providing charges to the battery. The battery also have that technology where it cuts off the charging point, so it doesn't charge again. So though the charger is connected, it wouldn't charge. So there's no point that you say my battery has overcharged and therefore it's having issues like this or like that. Let me clarify this one also. It could be a manufactured default. If it's a manufactured default, fine, because sometimes manufacturers do have a little default with these gadgets. Maybe the battery wasn't really produced in as it ought to, so maybe an overcharging might affect it because the smartness of the battery wasn't really, put into place, or the charger. So only in manufactured default issues where you get batteries having the issue of overcharging. But there's a little issue which I want to clarify here today. If you leave your gadget on charge for more than 3-4 hours, which we term as overcharging, which today you know there's nothing like overcharging. What happens is that, or mostly people going to sleep, they put their phone on charge or they put their gadget on charge and then they sleep. They wake up the following morning and they pick it up, and then maybe it has a little issue. Maybe they are using it for a while and then it drains down it drains down faster than it used to, and then people say that you've overcharged it or something. But I want to clarify this thing. The issue, or what actually happens with that, is that when your phones get to 100%, or when your gadget gets to 100%, when the battery gets to 100%, it stops charging. The charger doesn't supply power to the battery anymore. The battery also doesn't take any power from the charger. But there is this issue. Anytime your battery is 100%, what happens is that it starts draining by default because of background processes that are running within your gadget, which you are unaware of. It starts draining small. So because of the intelligence of the charger and the battery, when your battery is 100% and it's not charging anymore, as time goes on during the night, or as time goes on when it's fully charged and you still not unplug it, it starts to drain a little. And because it starts to drain a little, the charger or the battery itself will realize that, oh, a charge, or there has been a drain, or there has been a decrease in charge. So the charger will actually supply another power to the battery. So it gets to 100% again. When it gets to 100%, it stops. and then it goes back, forth and back, forth and back. It drains, it charge, it drains, and charge. That is what actually happens throughout the night, or when you leave it on charge for a very long time. That's what actually happens. And this forth and back is what actually affects your battery, not now, but as time goes on. So you see, in a month or two, if you are used to charging your phone overnight, in a month or two, you see your battery starts draining faster than when you got it. Within the first 2 weeks, your battery was very strong. You could use it for the whole day or 2 days. As time goes on, because you are charging it overnight, and because of what I just explained, the forth and back charge, you start experiencing. Now I want to talk about other things that actually affects your battery drainage. And the first thing we want to talk about is background processes. Most of us are unaware that there are a lot of background processes running, whether it's an Android system, whether it's iOS, or whatever operating system that your gadget is using. There are background processes that are running which you're unaware of. So people say, I'm not using my gadget, but it's still draining. The battery is draining faster. And so they bring it and they are complaining. But hey, whether you're using it or not, they have background processes that are running. They are running which you are unaware of. And those background processes are what helps your gadget to run perfectly. So whether you are using it or not, the drainage of the battery will still go on. But if it is going on in an abnormal way, that's when we say that there's an issue with the battery. But if it's going on in a normal way, it's normal for it to go on. So if there's no overcharging, then I can charge my phone overnight. I can charge my phone, put it on charge till I remember, oh, my phone is on charge, and I go for it. But there are little things that you need to know about that also. And we're going to talk about it now. So you can overcharge, you can put your phone on charge for as long as you want to. And these are the things that you need to do before you put it on charge as long as you want to. First of all, you have to take every case or any case that is covering your battery, your phone or your gadget. You take it off and you put it down. Then you can charge it for as long as you want to charge it. In that way, when the battery overheats, in case of overheating, it wouldn't affect your gadget. Because when you have a coat around your gadget, and then it overheats, the battery overheats, cause a lot of issue to your gadget. When you remove the coat or the covering or whatever you use to cover your phone to protect it, the phone is able to dissipate the heat that comes out of the battery. That way, it will be able to suck off the heat that will come from the battery. Then another thing is you make sure that it's lying on a flat surface, mostly maybe on the ground. So in case of overcharging or in case of battery heating up, it will be able to, the floor or whatever surface that you put on will be able to absorb that heat, which will not be able to affect your gadget. And then the issue with overcharging, which I said there's no overcharging, which means that you can put your gadgets on charge for as long as, even overnight, like people do when they're pressing their phones and they're about to sleep, they put it on charge, they wake up the following morning and they pick it up. There are so many other things that affect the drainage of your battery, but today we focused on the issue with overcharging, which I'm sure that you've learned a lot from it. So the next time you know how to charge your gadgets, you know the time frame and how to keep it and make sure your battery lasts longer. Even over time, maybe 1 year, you still have your battery taking you longer period of time before you even have to recharge it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, turn on your post notification button so you get notified anytime we drop a next video. It's your boy, VI2NY. Vinny!